Hey there, internet peeps. Um, so today we're going to do a little bit of background. I started my health and fitness journey about 6 years ago in December of 2020. I spent most of 2020 not being able to walk at all. I was dragging around on a cane or a walker or whatever. Um, I had had a leg injury in 2019. That didn't help at all. I had awful arthritis in my knees, and I think it was November, Thanksgiving time, and I went to the doctor and we decided to do the cortisol shots in my knees and see if I could get busy again, just like get back on my feet. And as soon as that took effect, I joined the local community center and I got in the pool and I started doing exercises to build up the strength in my knees, in my legs, so that I would have the support on the joints that I needed. And I spent probably just the first 6 months of this journey in the swimming pool. I went 3 or 4 times a week and I was doing exercises. After the first couple months, I started swimming laps to get some cardio in because I had been missing cardio for years simply because I just wasn't moving. I didn't have the energy for it. So that's where I went with that. And probably after this first 6 months, I started adding walking. So I was alternating walking with going in the pool. So there's a track upstairs at the gym, and I got on the track and I was walking, um, not having near the pain that I had had before, simply because I had been using my limbs. And the cortisol helped to get started. I did not do another cortisol shot for almost 11 months, and I actually did that in the other knee. So I started with the right knee, then I went to the left knee. And I was also a type 2 diabetic, been a diabetic probably now for like 20 years. And I only started really paying attention to my A1C and to the diet in the last 2 years. And I was doing a long acting insulin shot, which is what I'm still doing, is a long acting insulin shot. I haven't done any of the Mounjaro or the weight loss drugs at all. I'm trying to do this on my own, just because I don't know what the drug interactions will do to me. And there's all kinds of stories out there about what the weight loss drugs do to people. Um, and I know people that take it without any problems at all. I just haven't explored that at all, and don't see doing that anytime in the near future. Um, but maybe we'll get to it. I don't know. The first Probably the first 6 months, I lost about 45 pounds. When I first started, I was around 350. And then I got that down like just above 300, and which is where I am right now. But when I started lifting, which was maybe like a year and a half into my physical exercise, when I started lifting, I started adding muscle. And so I wasn't losing weight, but I was losing inches, and I was feeling better and I was having energy. And then what I wanted to get into today was about the hydration, electrolytes. Um, 2 years ago, I went down to see my brother in North Carolina, and he tagged me on a guy named Dr. Berg, who is a nutrition specialist. Like his I don't know, doctor credentials are to be a chiropractor, but he knows an awful lot about nutrition and supplements and vitamins and minerals, and what kind of foods contain what kind of nutrients. And I was watching what he was doing, and he was talking about the electrolytes, and I thought, well, you know what? I drink a lot of water, but I don't take any electrolytes. Like I did a few years ago start taking some calcium citrate at night for night cramps. I was doing calcium citrate and magnesium, and but Dr. Berg had this um, product. He sells a lot of stuff, which was an electrolyte solution. And I don't buy what I get from him. I have a local supplier that I go to, a Heart Healthy store nearby, and I get what I do there. And it's called, let me see what it is. So this is what I use, and I will get a picture of it and add it in so like the type looks the right direction, right? Um, every day I make an electrolyte drink, and I use 24 to 30 ounces of water, just whatever I have available, and I dump it in my drink cup, and I stir in a scoop and a half of the powder, and then I add the juice of one fresh lemon, and then I add a tablespoon of vinegar, apple cider, organic apple cider vinegar that has mother in it, which is what they filter out when you actually buy, vinegar off the shelf. I buy the one that says organic and with mother, and it has pectin in it, which is a natural digestive aid. And vinegar actually helps stabilize blood sugar. I'm not sure how it works. I don't know what all the science is behind it, but it does help a lot. And the lemon juice, lemon is has a lot of vitamin C, and it has a lot of the potassium, and I don't know what else it's got in it, but it's good stuff. And so that's what we're doing with that. I mix all that together, and then that's my morning drink. I just drink it. I sip that instead of sipping on water all morning. And when I first started doing this, which is about 2 years ago, I felt like I had been plugged in to a wall socket. The energy that went through me, it was like I was a buzz. I felt like I was on speed or something. I was, and what that is that's all of your neurotransmitters coming to life. That's everything that's happening in your body coming to life because you have the correct levels of electrolytes: magnesium, sodium, calcium, potassium. All of those wonderful things are coming together, and they're linking everything with your neurotransmitters, and your muscles come to life, and they have you just get, it's like being sparked. It's amazing. um and so the other thing is that you're no longer dehydrated. And I think most people in America are probably always just a little bit dehydrated because they never drink enough water because you're busy drinking coffee and tea with stuff with caffeine, discounts the water intake. And we drink a lot of energy drinks that have all of that massive amounts of caffeine and stuff in them. And that doesn't do anybody any good. We drink soda, which is full of sugar and carbohydrates. And it just, none of that stuff is good for you. And if you're drinking all of that, you're not drinking water, you're not getting fluids. So I very purposely make a hydration drink every day, and I drink it down, and it keeps me going. I have a level of energy that I don't think I've ever had. I don't even remember having energy like this when I was a kid. I wasn't like this. I just get up in the morning and people ask me, what am I doing? And I can make you a list. There's a list a mile long of what I'm doing today. And I do a thing in the evening where I talk to my girlfriend, and I'm like, well, so what did you do today? And she'll tell me a few things that she did. And then she said, what did you do? And I type a paragraph of stuff. I got up, I worked on my crafty stuff. I worked on my Etsy shop. I worked on my protest um, stuff with my protest friends. I had chats. I had meetings. I went to the storage unit and worked on the costume shop. I washed my dishes. I went to the store. I mean, I just go all day long. And there was a time in my life when I was doing nothing. And even when I first started this journey, the first 3 years in, I felt better. I had energy. I had muscles. I was not having muscle cramps. I was not having, the kind of pain that I was having in my knees that kept me from walking. But I didn't have this. And I think if there's something missing in your energy level, You need to look at your nutritional intake. You need to look at your electrolytes. You need to look at what you're taking in that will feed that energy. And dehydration can cause brain fog, it causes fatigue, it causes muscle cramps. I mean, there's just something about having enough fluids in your body and the correct balance of electrolytes that clears up the brain and creates all of these connections through your body to your muscles that get you going. Like you just feel like you're alive. It's amazing. So I will put my recipe down below for what I do, and I aim to do this daily. If I miss it, I really do miss it. If I don't do it, I really do miss it. So anyway, I probably drank half of what I drank today before I took this, took it in my head to make the video, and just I'm a buzz. It's just amazing. So if something's missing in your life, I highly recommend looking at your hydration. Get some water, get some electrolytes, get going.